Hello there, everybody. Let me move my mic closer to my mouth. It is No Name 117 Spore coming to you this morning, and I am back with Rule the Waves 3. And I realized that last episode I forgot to request proposals for a new aircraft. So our dive bomber is almost developed. Our medium bomber is now being developed. That's the new one we just got. Um, so the dive bomber should replace the old dive bomber. The medium bomber should be a nice new one. Don't need fighters anymore. Don't need torpedo bombers anymore. Got a pretty recent float plane scout, so I'm probably not going to focus on that. Naval patrol aircraft is probably the oldest right now, but it's not all that old. Um, so I'm thinking we go for another light jet fighter here, because I think that's what's going to matter. Um, No way done bomb load on a previous one. I might consider firepower on this one, honestly. What's the firepower in our current ones? 16 and 17. That's an 1,000 pound, that's a 14,000 pound. I want to get missiles on this, but actually, let's go range firepower on a new light jet fighter. So there we go. Yeah, currently it is August of 1948, and I have pissed Italy off somewhat. As of the last turn, just quickly going through everything. I can probably reserve these if I need to. No, actually, I probably want to expand them. So, and if I look at all relations, we still have this war going on, and Italy and Japan might go to war, and then we're a bit pissed with Italy, and Germany's a bit pissed at America, which we have an alliance with, so we could go to war with Germany at any point. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna wait a turn and see where tensions fluctuate to. We're also gonna get a bunch of rebuilds done. And I'm gonna, next turn, I think I'm gonna be trying to decide if I want to activate my navy or keep it in, or keep it as a reserve force. Um, Also at some point need to refit more carriers. I believe all the carriers though do have uh should do the Louvres have a radar-guided medium anti-aircraft? I think they would. Anyway, 6 battlecruiser reconstructions done, 2 corvettes commissioned, 6 destroyers have finished their reconstruction. I should be putting those corvettes on trade protection. Our new dive bomber is ready for operational service. All relations, tensions have not really changed. Okay, yeah, so I think Corbet doesn't even have radar-directed medium anti-aircraft guns, so I need to send her in no matter what. The big question is, do I just send her in for this? Or do I put missiles on her? Because missiles are going to add significant weight. I'd have to cut these down to like 12 probably. Because I could do this. I could just send her in on like this configuration. And, accept that, just kind of accept, that I'm not going to be able to get missiles on her in time. Yeah. Um, Tensions didn't come down. I think I do. No, here's what I will do. I will get missiles on Corbet. Um, Actually, no, here. I'm gonna delete 2 of these launchers. So I'm just gonna have 2 launchers on Corp A, um, just to kind of keep it all simple. I'd love to get more. I don't think that's really all that reasonable right now. So yeah, I guess I'll just put the missile tubes there. So I will send her in for the missile launcher rebuild. I'll consider it on Strasbourg as well, because that might not be as necessary of a ship. But I'm thinking Paris and Triumphant will literally just go in to get the radar-directed medium anti-aircraft and nothing else. Um, some of the heavy cruisers do need to go in. Leon Gambetta, Victor Hugo, and Latouche Treville do. And then Forbin also. Forbin needs a rebuild. Like, Forbin needs her machinery replaced at this point. And I think that'll happen. That'll probably start next turn. I'm not quite gonna activate stuff yet. I'm gonna wait another turn and just kind of see where the tensions are. But I do want to get these ships rebuilding. Okay, actually, you do have radar-directed fire control, Paris. Um, not Paris, Triumphant does. Uh, Paris does not. So, radar level 5, cut that down to like 12. I think that'll work. So we're only at 14. Oh, I think I had. No, I didn't refit torpedo tubes on Paris. Where did the weight on Paris go then? Oh, went to spacious accommodations. That's why. Yeah, so I'll just quickly send Paris in for this rebuild. And hopefully that should be good. Yeah, I think Leon Gambetta, Victor Hugo, and Latouche Treville all need missiles. And Leon Gambetta and Latouche Treville actually need radar upgrades too. Um, but yeah, after that, I think it is just start getting the carriers prep. I mean, it'll depend on what the tension situations are looking like, especially like between the U.S. and or between us and Italy and the U.S. and Germany. Um, because this could very, very easily turn into a two-front war. Okay, so commander-wise, I'll take an unknown on Admiral Saint Cyr. Some of these do need engine rebuilds. Yeah, so that one needs an engine rebuild. These need an engine rebuild. Sully at some point needs an engine rebuild, but Sully's engine rebuild I think is going to be deprioritized for now. So radar director on Victor Hugo's medium anti-aircraft guns. Give us. You can't. Okay, torpedo tubes are mounted in the D and E position, so we can remove those and get them there. I can't do that. It's just edit reloads. I was like, oh, increase reloads? No, that's not the button I'm pushing. Alright, radar limit 5. We'll add the torpedo mounts. Uh, Hello there, underwater torpedo tubes. You make a return. Actually, no, hold on. That might be the catapults, right? Yeah, I think that's the catapults, actually. Yeah, H and I now, which means I can do a 3 and 4 catapult. them back where they belong. Good enough. Delete that mount. Delete that mount. Don't think I can get auto-loading guns. Or, I mean, if I did an engine rebuild, I probably could, but she's not due for one quite yet. She doesn't have any tertiary graphics, so. Then I'll cut a medium. Maybe I'll cut an anti-aircraft director out. Get an extra radar-guided medium anti-aircraft gun. Yeah. I'd love to get autoloaders of some description. I don't think there's enough room to put them in. I'm so close. Oh, that's a really expensive rebuild. Yeah, either of those are really expensive rebuilds, so I'm not gonna do that right now. There we go. Leon Gambetta, you get your missile tubes. Victor Hugo will probably have to receive a very, very similar rebuild. And then Latouche Treville will also get a missile tube rebuild. And that should mean that my entire CA fleet will have missiles. If Leon Gambetta, Victor Hugo, and Latouche Treville all get missiles, the entire CA fleet has missiles. Which is excellent. Whereas, only most of the battleship fleet will have missiles, and a lot of the light cruiser fleet won't. Alright, Victor Hugo, hello. So I think the tertiary graphics are supposed to be anti-aircraft guns, but some of those aren't in the right location, so I'm just going to clear them. So you have H9 and S&T catapults. So you can do the D&E. Edit reloads, add one. Edit reloads, add one. Give me radar level 5. Give me radar directors. 8. Okay, I have to seriously cut that down. It might be just how many planes these ships have, too, which really isn't helping matters. Um, yeah, I'll go with that. In a future rebuild, maybe we can build them a little bit better for anti-aircraft firepower, but that's got to be what I do for Victor Hugo at the moment. Get some missiles on her. So hopefully, if we do wind up at war, we'll be getting these missile ships about when the war happens, either a little bit sooner or a little bit into it. I'm hoping to have everything up, or like everything properly updated, other than maybe some of the older destroyers. I think most everything, if I get Latouche Treville and Forbin in, I think most everything will be on radar level 4 or 5. Other than, like, I guess the Poconos and Peaks really aren't. They aren't updated yet. Oh, the Francis class isn't. They're still on level 2. That might be like in the, or during the war refit. Anyway, last cruiser I need to rebuild, Latouche Treville. So yeah, selector optical. We need the radar director. You need radar level 5. Um, already above weight. That's a lot of additional weight to add. Look at the tertiary gun, or graphics. Upgrade those guns. We can upgrade the 9-inchers. We're still way above weight here. I'm gonna cut a plane off out. I think it's better to have light anti-aircraft or some extra light anti-aircraft right now. Um, than it is to not. And my justification for that is we're only barely into the jet era, so we're still gonna get like dive bombing and torpedo attacks. We're only barely into the, you know, jet and missile era. So, you know, I'm still expecting more conventional attacks. What if we put the missile tubes like vaguely here-ish, so that they're kind of, a little bit eating into the hangar? That could be a little bit justification as to why, these ships basically lost a plane as they get their missile tubes. I'm going to do the slight angle on these because I think that looks a little better. And there we go. Latouche Treville will go in, get the rebuild, better 9-inch guns, actual missiles, and hopefully that'll help. It's not quite an engine refit, which she kind of needs one. She doesn't quite need one yet, but she'll need one pretty soon. But it's what I can offer for now. Um, Actually, I'm gonna have to adjust the air squadron on Foch here, aren't I? Probably next turn. All right, yeah, there we go. So those are now going in. It will take 8 months to get those done. Ob's gonna be out in 2. We're 4 months away from Sharner. Aquaton, 2 more months. Devastation, 4 months. 4 months on a lot of the battleships. Um, and on some of the destroyers, new Corvette in 1 month, and then another new Corvette in 2 months. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave everything that's on active fleet right now because that's a lot of the missile ships. Maybe I'll move the Dunkirks to the reserve fleet because they're not great. Oh, who has no commander? All right, second battle cruiser division. I will promote a above average in charge of a light cruiser division. So I don't have an above average for you now, so we can get an average good administrator. I'll go 1 turn and just kind of see where things are at. And, get another Corvette done. And, also reconfigure the air groups on the carriers. Undine is commissioned into the Navy. I think. Oh, the guy in charge of 1st Battle Division left the service. Okay, tensions with Italy declined. So, I'm still gonna stay in a lower state of activation right now. Wait, why? Random tension changes. I'll still stay in a little lower of a state. I might actually reduce that a little bit more. I think I'll move Marseille to the reserve fleet. Put that one on Foreign Station. And I think now it's time to send Forbin in for an engine replacement. So would you do better in diesel? Yes, you would. Okay. Radar-directed anti-aircraft guns are one priority. The next priority is missile launchers. We want to stack you with them. Of one plane, that's fine. Um, oh, there's the extra turret. I'll have to get autoloaders on some of these guns. I don't think it's justifiable. Um, a little overweight though. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it down to 8. 8. I'd love 8 autoloaders, but that's just a little too difficult to get. Okay, yeah, you need the electro-optical director. Can't get autoloaders there. Oh wait, no. Your radar level does need to go up. I think I get rid of 2 of these missiles. Give these ones each reloads, because I should be able to afford that. Or a little bit above. Can't, still can't get autoloaders on anything, but I think that's about the best I can do. Um, so yeah, remove one of the 4-inch SecBat mounts and get missiles. And Tage will be back up to speed and also be able to shoot some enemies, shoot some foes. Mainline fleet cruiser again. Well, actually not Tage, it's Forbin. Tage is already sunk. Looks like I do have to replace commanders on 2 of the Amelia 10 class, and I also do have to promote a guy in charge of 1st Battle Division again. And yeah, with tensions with Italy declining, I might be able to, I would say declining, but tensions are still kind of high overall, so, I was considering, like, um, deactivating more stuff, but I'm not actually sure that's the right call right now. Get an average captain to so 1st Battle Division. So I can take the Brilliant from 2nd Battle Division, and I think I need an above average from one of the cruiser divisions. Yeah, 11th Light Cruiser. You'll get an average. What is 11th Light Cruiser? Those are DeVoe class. Okay. Yeah, let me reconfigure the air groups here. So, change role. That should be a dive bomber. Change role. That should be a dive bomber. I think those will still. I'll consider whether those should still operate conventional fighters or not. I'm going to disband a fighter squadron on Foch, change the role of these to light jet fighters on Foch. Change role to dive bomber. Change role. Non-night capable dive bombers now. Because our new dive bombers can carry torpedoes, whereas the old ones couldn't. Means I think. Actually, I'm going to change the role of this one to a light jet fighter. And there we go. So, 2 light jet fighters, 3 sets of dive bombers on her. I think I will keep operating regular fighters on those carriers. And then on Joffre, disband fighter squadron. Actually, hold on. Change role to special. Actually, you know what? Let's disband that squadron. Let's add another air unit, special squadron, so it'll tell me. Oh yeah, that works. Special intruder is 14. So yeah, we're gonna operate more light jet fighter squadrons on Foudre, and then I'm gonna start adding dive bomber squadrons. Okay, change number 14, 14. Okay, so we can do squadrons of 14 here. There we go. So that's what that'll operate. We'll copy and paste that down later on. Right now, that's what those 2 are operating, and I should probably rename some of the squadrons, but I'd do that off episode, maybe just before war starts. Anyway, Ob's about to come out of rebuild. Aquaton's about to come out of rebuild. Mary Louise is about to finish construction, at which point I think I should send more destroyers in for refits. Although, you know, more planes are going to start being activated here. Oh, shit. Increases due to random tension change. Power makes him apprehensive. Well then, mobilization. That's gonna that costs a lot. Um, how far out am I from some of these builds? Okay, for 2 months left on France and Paris. 2 on all of these. All relations. How's Germany and America? Germany and America is still kind of bad, but not the absolute worst. I don't think we're gonna go to war with Spain. Um, cut research down to 10%. The de Goitois are 2 months out from their rebuild completing. Admiral Scharner's 2 months out from hers. So what ships can I reserve here? So I think Strasbourg, the Dunkirks can remain reserved. I'm okay with eating that crew penalty for a little bit. I'll keep the Cosmos in the reserve fleet, as well as the Trouds and Eileys. Not quite as modernized of ships. You guys can all stay mothballed. I don't think I need the Atlantiques out right now either. You go to Foreign Station. These can remain mothballed. The Tempetes can remain mothballed, because, yeah. Those guys go reserve fleet. Everything else probably best to be working up. Um, I mean, these are my least up-to-date destroyers, so I'm probably going to reserve fleet them to save a little bit more money. Given that my carriers aren't fully ready to be worked up, I think I'll go reserve fleet on them. Um, Penleves do need aircraft, so I'll go reserve fleet on two of the. Actually, no, I'll activate the Foshes. Or nah, do I? Do I not? Oh, the food trays don't have radar guided mediums. Shit. Oh, that's not good. Um, yeah, those will probably have to be rebuilt one at a time, and I think I'm actually going to send one of them in right now. Just command and test. Yeah, you need radar directed medium anti-aircraft guns, like now, this moment. Increase the radar limit. So my thought is I'll probably try to cycle these in maybe one at a time. It'll take about 4 months for the rebuild to actually complete. So yeah. Um, but I am thinking, one at a time. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stagger them by about 2 months. So commanded test goes in, then boys below goes in, for example. Um, then you know what? Or then when commanded test comes out, Soraka goes in. Then when she comes out, Foudre goes in. Yeah, I need to figure out where I'm going to get more of this money back. These have missiles, so I'm not going to deactivate them. Um, I'm going to keep the Dunkirks active because they have missiles. I think Strasbourg being in reserve right now is fine. Um, those being reserved is fine. None of them have missiles. I do think that there are some older destroyers that I could justify keeping in the reserve fleet just a little longer. But I think air groups wise, um, oh, what state are Penleve and Rochambeau in? These do have radar directed anti-aircraft guns. Air groups wise, copy the air group from Foch, Pacer to Airmensch, and yeah, Joffre's air group is fine. I'm gonna copy the air group from Foch, paste it to Penleve, but I'm gonna mess with it. So the special squadron, change the number. Actually, she probably needs 15, I think. Yes, I know. I must reduce it by 5, and I will. Um, so 14 on that light jet, so then I can cut out 2 jets there. There we go. I think Penleve, that will be Penleve's air squadron. Um, so yeah, so I can sustain my current loss rate for about 6 months. And I'm trying to think how long will I have to sustain it for. 2 months until rebuilds are complete, but gonna be some other issues. But a lot of these are the more expensive rebuilds, like on Paris, Clemenceau, Normandy. 8 months out from Joffre and Lafayette, but I need to get those rebuilds done. Um, I think Forbin's the one I can probably halt. Treville's rebuild isn't too bad. Um, yeah, some of these are just gonna be waiting, literally 2 months. I'm gonna go one more turn. I think I'll have to call the episode there. I'll cut spying on Germany too, because I don't think I'm gonna go to war with them. Um, in the meantime, I think Admiral Ob is gonna move over to the Mediterranean. What stuff active fleet Northern Europe I can move to the Med? Two Foch-class carriers. These two actually should move just to the med right now because they have planes. Anything with planes should be in the med. Um, preparing, preparing for war. And anything with missiles, I'd also massively prefer in the med, which a lot of them already are. So that's good. So we'll have to work those up and then send them over. Or, send them over before they're ready, because that is a distinct possibility. Anyway, I will go one more turn. Current strength 163. Yes, we're sending more ships to the Mediterranean, Prime Minister. I have multiple moving there right now. Um, 6 ships have finished working up. Awesome. By all means, Austria, you can have that. I need money. Increase in submarine survivability. Uh, 2 Japanese ships were sunk. So Emile Bertin, 0.9 claimer, Trumbulan and Villiers has finished working up as well as that one. Germany has commissioned a new carrier. I think this is where I call the episode with a lot of rebuilds about to complete. Thank you everyone for watching. Links to my Discord and Twitch are down below if you're interested in any of those things. Also, there will be a link to a Rule the Waves community Discord server. It's officially recognized but not actually official. And thank you Matrix, Slytherin, and Naval Warfare Simulations for the free copy on this. I will see you all next episode then. Bye!